Hello everyone, I am the world's highest record holder, Young-hoon Kim. Today, I want to declare this important message. The end is near, and Jesus Christ is coming soon. This world will not continue forever as it is now. Jesus Christ will come again, and the end is not the moment when everything simply collapses into nothing. It is the day when the true King returns and makes all things right. Many people think of the end times as nothing but fear or war, disaster, chaos, darkness. But that is not the center of the Christian message. The center of the end times is the victory of Jesus Christ. Evil will end, death will end, and the lordship of Jesus Christ will be revealed before the whole world. Let me explain this simply. Think of this world as a beautifully designed system. God created it with order, meaning, and purpose. But humanity tried to take God's place. Instead of living under God, man wanted to become his own king. That is why this world is broken. That is why there is pain, confusion, evil, and death. But God did not abandon this broken world. He sent Jesus Christ. Through the cross and the resurrection, He opened the way of salvation. And the Bible tells us clearly, Jesus will come again. His return will not be a small hidden event. It will be a public return. The whole world will know, and it will be the return of the King. But now, the real question begins. When will that day come? Why did Isaac Newton speak about 2060? And are we living in the signs of the last days right now?
Well, you just heard the perspective of Jesus Christ returning for the end times from the highest IQ holder. Let's hear another perspective from a regular Joe Schmo like me and you, shall we?
And it comes from the Torah. The Yahweh agenda is ultimately to have a one world religion dictatorship, according to the prophecies, total hegemony, all of the world worshiping the one God of Israel. That's the goal and the objective of his nation of priests. And they need to eradicate God. As Yahweh is the God of Israel, the God of Zion. He's a jealous God. He wants to destroy all of the, quote, pagan idol worship, all of the other competing religions around the world, and have dominion, subdue the nations with his Messiah. That's the role of the Messiah, is to conquer the nations for the God of Israel. Christianity and Islam fulfilled that. The rabbis brag about it, and they're following the prophecies as a script with their end times beliefs that are helping the nation of priests achieve their prophecies. Romans 15:12, Paul says, he's citing Isaiah 11, the root of Jesse, talking about the Messiah, shall rise to reign over the Gentiles. In that day, to it shall the Gentiles seek. That's where they got the plan for taking over the Messiah. And here Jesus is the Melchizedek high priest in Hebrews. What does it say in Psalms? The Lord said, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies the footstool. The Lord shall send the rod, that's the Messiah, and thy strength out of Zion, and will rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. This is talking about Jesus ruling in the midst of the enemies. Who are the enemies of the ancient Jews before Christianity?
Romans.
Yeah. And who is Jesus ruling over right now in the land of thine enemies? The Romans in the Vatican. That's Jesus, their Messiah, the high priest Melchizedek, ruling in the land of their enemies in Rome. That's what Christianity is. Verse after verse, all of the ends of the earth will fear their God. All of the nations will bow down, as well as in Isaiah 45. Isaiah 60, 61, 62, all of it about conquering the nations. The wealth of the nations will flow to Zion, as it says. The end times prophecy of Zechariah, that in those days 10 people from all languages and nations will take firm of the Jew by the hem and say, let us go with you because we have heard that God is with you. That is the end times goal. All of the world worshiping the one world religion through the Messiah. Christianity and Islam helped accomplish that. That's the consensus view in Orthodox Judaism. Their top sage Maimonides explicitly said it. Christianity is a myth. It came from Jews. It's a deception meant to have theological dominion over the world, like it says in Daniel. It's just a myth, but it's the myth that took over the world.
You just heard the perspective from the end time side and the perspective from the one that analyzed the end time side. This video is just for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. You make of it what you will. But what do you think about this end time scenario? When it comes to reality, there's truth and there's lies. It's either truth or a lie. It's either it happened or it didn't. It's either it's fake or it's real.
Stop the cap.
Plato's allegory of the cave, y'all.